Hello and welcome to my tiny tarot practice. I'm Amelia Fruby, and on this show, I share my interpretations of the tarot, moving card by card through the minor arcana and now the major arcana. We're currently in the 5th and final season of the show, and this season is presented by Tarot for Creative Spirits by Cecily Saylor. Today's card is Temperance. In the Rider-Waite-Smith edition of the tarot, Temperance features an angel wearing white with a triangle emblem on their chest, and they're standing with one foot in a river and one foot on land and pouring water from one cup to another. Both their hands hold these golden chalices, and we can see the water flowing between them. There are some beautiful flowers growing behind them and a road that leads off into the distance toward the sun. While the word temperance is often associated with moderation, I think that the theme of this card is closer to balance or alignment. Similar to what we saw in Justice, where the theme was integrity, I've often felt like temperance is integrity embodied. It's integrity that goes so deep into your experience that it's become second nature. Because as Rachel Pollack points out in 78 Degrees of Wisdom, temperance indicates the ability to combine spontaneity with knowledge. It provides a true and proper response to all situations as they arise. And I think that this can feel a little challenging, or at least when I read it, it felt a little challenging. Like, how can you have a true and proper response to all situations? But when you are truly embodying your integrity, I think that it comes naturally to you. It's an intrinsic quality. Of course, you have the right and appropriate response. It's the response that follows from your values. And that rightness and appropriateness or properness isn't determined by other people. It's determined by what matters to you. But I think so often in life, we don't act that way. I can certainly think of times when I have known the right thing to do, the thing that is most in alignment with my beliefs and my higher self, and I do something else anyway. I choose a more debased action, perhaps. I can also think of other instances when I know what I believed the right thing to do was, and I was inhibited from doing that by other people or systems or structures in the world. These are the sorts of examples I brought up in Justice because I think that they're the things that Justice sheds light on. But in Temperance, we can't help but act in that alignment. It's all we know to do because our values have become so deeply embedded in who we are. Temperance is also a card of the both and. We see this figure on land and in water, suggesting that they can flow fluidly between different states. And also fluidly between the conscious and the subconscious, or even the subconscious and the collective consciousness. Because in Rachel Pollack's organization of the tarot, where she places the cards into 3 lines, Temperance is the final card of the second line. So with the first line, we explored our conscious experience, the outer world. With the second line, our subconscious experience, the inner world. And with the third line, our superconscious or collective conscious experience. And so temperance is the bridge between the subconscious and collective consciousness. It's where our individual values become so embedded in our actions that we're actually, I think, touching something deeper and more true about humanity. And what a beautiful bridge to build between these levels of experience. To flow between them like water and to embrace that fluidity. Thank you so much for listening to my tiny tarot practice. This season is sponsored by Tarot for Creative Spirits by Cecily Saylor. which is a workbook that explores the tarot card by card with beautiful reflection questions and creative prompts. The entry for temperance includes a really beautiful river of life that you're invited to fill with color and concepts and images. And I found it to be a really generative way to work with this archetype. Thank you again for listening, and may your journey through the tarot return you to the waters of life.